So why do we use tabs in Salesforce? Mention some type of tabs. Salesforce applications are a combination of objects, tabs, and some business functionality. The way to access objects and then records in them is via tabs. Now tabs act as a navigation item to redirect you to specific object list views. There are 4 types of tabs currently available: standard object tabs, custom object tabs, web tabs, and Visualforce tabs. So can you edit a formula field for a record? A formula field is not editable. It is read-only for the end user. Salesforce derived the formula internally based on the definition and displays it on the record in the page layout. Every time changes are made on the record, the formula field is recalculated and updated on save. How can you delete users in Salesforce? Well, this is a trick question. Users cannot be deleted from Salesforce. They can either be deactivated if they are no longer part of the organization, or can be freezed if they are out for a while. Which type of field cannot be indexed in Salesforce? So fields with type multi-select, currency, and long text area are some examples which cannot be indexed in Salesforce. What is field level security and how can it be controlled? Field level security is the configuration via which you can control whether a field will be visible to a user or not. This configuration can be set on the profile level. The 2 possible values for a field visibility are visible and read only. Which fields are automatically indexed by Salesforce? Only the following fields are automatically indexed by Salesforce. These are the primary keys, ID, name and owner, foreign keys, lookup or master detail relationships, and audit dates like system mod stamp. How do you track fields in Salesforce? Tracking fields in Salesforce can be done on the object level. You can enable something called history tracking for the fields you want to track, and after the tracking is enabled, Salesforce starts tracking the field for every changes that are made, and it is available under the object history in the related list. How many ways can you make a field as required? Well, the possible ways to mark a field required would be either on the object level, where you create the field, or on the page layout level, where you display the field, or via validation rules. What are the different auditing ways in Salesforce? So there are 3 key ways of auditing in Salesforce. The first option being audit trail, the second option being login history, and the third option being field tracking. Can sharing rules restrict access? Well, you can use sharing rules to grant wider access to data, or rather open up access. You cannot restrict access below your organization-wide default levels. So to create sharing rules, your organization-wide defaults must be either public read-only or private. What does grant access using hierarchies checkbox does? If you have role hierarchy set up in the org, access to users higher in the role hierarchy can be provided via this checkbox. For standard objects, this checkbox is enabled by default and cannot be modified, but for custom objects, this can be configured. How many ways can we share a record in Salesforce? Record sharing can be done in a lot of different ways. Let's look at some of them. Profile level permissions, create, read, edit, delete. Permission sets, create, read, edit, delete. Profile level permissions or permission set permissions, view all and modify all. Profile level system permissions, modify all data, or org-wide defaults. There could be other ways, which could be record ownership, role hierarchy, teams, it could be case or account and opportunity, queues, sharing rules, groups, sharing sets, and manual sharing. What are dependent pick lists? Well, a dependent pick list is a custom or a multi-select pick list for which the valid values depend on the value of another field, which is called the controlling field. Now, controlling fields can be any other pick list or a checkbox field on the same record. Now, can checkboxes be used as controlling field? Well, yes, checkbox fields can be controlling fields for a dependent pick list. Can a dependent field be a controlling field for another pick list? Well, again, the answer is yes. A dependent field for one relationship can serve as a controlling field for another. What are criteria-based sharing rules? If you want to share records based on certain condition or dynamic field values, we can leverage criteria-based sharing rules. A criteria based sharing rule determines with whom to share the records based on field values. List the 4 levels at which you can control data access. The 4 levels at which the data can be accessed is organization level through profiles and permission sets, object level, field level, or the record level. How does Salesforce handle external or guest users? When you create an Experience Cloud site, Salesforce creates a profile, a user record, and sharing mechanisms that are available only to guest users. Each public community, portal, or site that uses this guest user profile and record to let unauthenticated users to browse the site. For instance, let's say you have 3 communities set up. The records that would be automatically created is community guest user profile 1, guest user, portal guest user profile 2, portal site guest user, site guest user profile 3, and site guest user. A guest user has access to certain pages in your community, site, or portal as long as the site is active in your org. What are the available portals in Salesforce? Well, Salesforce caters 3 types of portals. Self-service. This portal provides an online support channel for your customers, allowing them to resolve their inquiries without contacting a customer service representative. Partner portal. This is to support your partners. Partner users are Salesforce users with limited capabilities. They are associated with a particular partner account, have limited access to your organization's data, and log in via partner portal. And third, a customer portal, which provides significantly richer functionality than a self-service portal. This is because a customer portal has functionality similar to Salesforce.com. With a customer portal, you can customize and deliver a visually stunning user interface to your customers, and customer portal is more focused on support needs. What is the difference between partner community and customer community? The key differences between partner and customer portals are as follows. Partner portal shows leads and opportunity objects, whereas the customer portal does not. Customer portal is more focused on support needs, so your customers can interact with cases. Customer portal is mainly for company customers, whereas partner portal is for channels people, that means salespeople. Partner licenses have more access to the core CRM features and are comparatively expensive.